Motor kalau dia kalau gelintir. Hey, Lele, buku jauh baik dong kamu kalau baik. Eh, buku no. Kamu jauh. Keluar ke? Kau boleh lari ini. Buku jauh besar. Kau minum. Buku jauh besar. Keluar ke? Ah! Oh boy, mato boy. Maro bosan. Bilah maro bosan.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. The Trump curse strikes again. Alec Baldwin played Donald Trump in Saturday Night Live. Alec Baldwin is a lunatic lefty who hates Donald Trump and has psychotic mental breaks every single time anybody brings up Donald Trump around him. They say that Donald Trump doesn't like the military and hates the military, and there's always some little quote about how Donald Trump is trying to harm the military or whatever. Meanwhile, if you ever see Donald Trump in a military setting, these guys love him. The first responders, the cops, all the boys in uniform, the girls in uniform, they all love Donald Trump. But it turns out that fake Donald Trump, Alec Baldwin, is having to settle lawsuits with families of fallen soldiers because he is human garbage. Exclusive: Alec Baldwin sued by fallen Marines family for $25 million. Here's the background, and then we'll tell you the result. The widow and sisters of Marine Lance Corporal Riley McCollum are suing actor Alec Baldwin for $25 million for the consequences of his accident on Instagram earlier this month. The McCollums accused Baldwin of using the power of his fame and influence to harm them, and because of their political views. Okay, so what happened here? Marine Lance Corporal McCollum was one of the 13 service members killed by Joe Biden. Yes, Joe Biden got these people killed, these American heroes killed, because he had such a disastrous pullout from Afghanistan, a pullout of which his presidency, of course, has never recovered from, and he deserves to be impeached. Baldwin shot and killed Haya Hutchinson on the movie set in October, and Santa Fe Sheriff is investigating. Latest below. The McCollum family filed a lawsuit on Monday in U.S. District Court, District of Wyoming, where they live. They are asking for a jury trial against Alec Baldwin. The lawsuit alleges that Baldwin deliberately drove his liberal followers to attack the Gold Star family because they are insurrectionists. Goodness gracious. Look at this. I think this is his wife and his son there. This is just pure and total insanity. It looks like Alec Baldwin figured out that these people, and here's the actual post that Alec Baldwin put up on Instagram. Alec Baldwin found out that some of these people attended the January 6th rally. Remember that there were hundreds of thousands of people at the January 6th rally? That like 1,000 people have been charged. Some of them are knuckleheads and hooligans who fought cops. Most of them were peaceful protesters. It started on January 3rd when Baldwin commented on the 22-year-old's Instagram post below, "Are you the same woman that I sent money to your sister's husband who was killed during the Afghanistan exit?" Even though he got the family relationship wrong, I confirmed that Baldwin sent a check for $5,000 to the family. She said she was shocked when Baldwin turned on them out of the blue a few months later. So then apparently these are screenshots of a private message from Alec Baldwin. "When I sent you the money for your late brother, out of real respect for the service of your country, I didn't know that you were a January 6th rioter," he says. "Your activities resulted in the unlawful destruction of government property, the death of law enforcement officer, and the assault of certain certification of the presidential election. I reposted your photo. Good luck," Baldwin says. What a vicious, seething prick. So anyway, Baldwin changed the caption of the photo to rail against Republicans, posting it's like trying to dox the woman who lost her brother in Afghanistan. Anyway, happy news. Alec Baldwin has settled the $25 million defamation lawsuit, hopefully for more money than that. Who knows? The way these things go, you never end up knowing the amount they settle for. Nick Sandmann settled his defamation lawsuit. You don't know what they settle for. Alec Baldwin appears to have settled the $25 million lawsuit brought against him by the Gold Star family. The actor faced legal action on 4 counts after directing his Instagram followers to attack the widow and sisters of a Marine killed in Afghanistan because he's human garbage. I don't care what these people's politics are. Their brother died in Afghanistan at the hands of the president that you support, and then you try and dox them? So anyway, the attorney who represents the family said, my clients are happy that the matter is over. They are looking forward to moving on without Alec Baldwin in their lives. Well, good. I guess all of us are. So some people can move on without Alec Baldwin in their lives. Some people can't because Alec Baldwin shot them. Alec Baldwin may be charged again with fatal rust set shooting. Alec Baldwin is just a bad person. Just period. He's just a bad person. He's a psychotic person. Baldwin denied pulling the trigger on the weapon in a previous interview with CNN, although nobody understands how a bullet would fire from the gun without him pulling the trigger. Anyway, the prosecutors are planning on recharging Alec Baldwin, hopefully with manslaughter here. When he killed Hayanna Hutchins, the woman behind the camera, when a gun held by Baldwin fired a live round during a scene rehearsal. So anyway, some people won't be able to move on without Alec Baldwin in their lives because Alec Baldwin took their lives. Anyhow, the case will not be moving forward because of a settlement between Alec Baldwin. Legal experts say that the settlement between the high-profile parties would likely have a confidentiality agreement about the terms. How did Baldwin pay? Baldwin's attorney did not respond to my questions about whether the client paid the McCollum family to settle the case. The McCollums said that the suit that they wanted to be fully compensated for their damages and to punish, deter, and to teach Baldwin a lesson that he frankly should have learned years ago. Nikas, who also represents Baldwin in his criminal case shooting for Hayanna Hutchins on Rust movie set. Okay, interesting. And then this goes into Baldwin posting to his 2.4 million Instagram fans about doxing the family, the Gold Star family, who had their brother murdered by Joe Biden. Joe Biden's incompetence. Family also standing here with Donald Trump. Based. Lessons from a Gold Star family. Riley, the Marine who was killed, was murdered actually by the incompetence of our ruling class here in America. Riley was the type of person who always rooted for an underdog. Anyone who couldn't help themselves, he would drop everything for somebody to help if he could. That's the whole point of the situation that makes me mad. Alec Baldwin used his power and influence to hurt people instead of helping them. I just want him to know that he can't get away with it. People will fight back. Good for him. They will fight back and they will win. These brave young women succeeded in honoring the memory of their Marine hero and stood up to the underdog to his final breath. So apparently, lawsuit settled. Thank God. These are the images of Alec Baldwin's psychotic DMs. Could you imagine DMing a Gold Star family like this? Being so broke in your brain that you would do said things? But then again, all you have to do is watch any footage anywhere of Alec Baldwin being asked any question, and you'll see what a psychotic lunatic he is.
Alec Baldwin, he punched somebody out during a parking dispute. I wish him luck.
Donald Trump saying he wishes Alec Baldwin luck because he fought a reporter during a parking dispute, got in a fight with a guy.
Wait, Mr. Baldwin, I have to ask you, what brings you to New York City?
I asked you to leave.
Mr. Baldwin, who's here?
I asked you to go away. Please go away.
Photograph under somebody's private home.
This is not anyone's private home. Are you?
There he goes.
This is not this is public property.
Go away.
Who's here? Did you really not pull the trigger?
Uh-huh.
Do you believe it went off without you pulling the trigger? Was it malfunction?
What a lunatic. What a lunatic. Donald Trump getting the last laugh.
Is he going to get arrested?
I don't know. Look, he's been trouble from day one. He did the imitation of me for years. I thought he was terrible.
Imitate him.
Well, no, I thought it was just, that wouldn't be hard. I thought he did terrible. I thought he was terrible at it. They have other people that do much better, but he's always trouble. I mean, he takes a gun, he said he didn't pull the trigger, and then the experts get on and say it's not possible that particular gun it doesn't work that way. In other words, it can't happen that it works where you don't pull the trigger and it just happens to go off, okay? I don't think that was a very good interview for him. I just say this, he's always trouble. He goes out to talk to the press. Nobody gets treated worse than me by the press, and I'm very hostile to them likewise. but I don't end up in fistfights with him on the street. I mean, there's something wrong. I think he's crazy.
I think he's crazy. I think you're right, Donald Trump. Put another penny in the Trump was right jar. It is overflowing. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this family got super rich and took every bit of $25 million from Alec Baldwin to settle this defamation suit. We out here fighting for these families and against these lunatics. It's glad to see somebody make them pay. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.